Hello, everybody. I'm Amanda Ray, and I am going to teach you how to turn on your past due invoice reminders in 17 Hats. So let's go ahead and share a screen, jump into 17 Hats, and show you how to get that done. All right, so we've jumped inside our 17 Hats account, and you can see we have landed on our dashboard, which is what you see when you log into 17 Hats. In order to turn on your past due invoice email reminders, you're going to need to go over to your account settings. So you can find your account settings by clicking on the gear icon in the top right-hand corner of your account. Once you click, you're going to be taken into your account settings, and you are going to scroll down into email settings. When you get to email settings, you're going to see a variety of tabs at the very top: settings, signatures, reminders, and confirmations. If you have not set up and connected your email, you can definitely do that with incoming and outgoing email here. You can also add your signatures if that's something that you're wanting to do, but we are going to come all the way down to reminders. So when you click on reminders and you scroll down, you're going to see questionnaire reminders, quote reminders, contract reminders, and invoice reminders. So what this whole section is when you build documents, questionnaire, quote, contract, invoice inside 17 Hats, you can add a due date to those documents. So then if that document is not completed by your lead or client by that due date, you can have reminders being sent of saying, hey, you have this document, go ahead and complete it. And in that email reminder, there is going to be a button at the bottom of the email that will automatically link to the document. So they're not having to go and hassle and figure out where the document is. Everything's going to be there in a nice little tidy bow. All of these email reminders are going to be sent out at 10 a.m. Your time. So if you're in Pacific Coast, it's going to be 10 a.m. your time, 10 a.m. East Coast. So wherever you are, 10 a.m. your time zone. Every morning. So when you turn this on, that means that tomorrow, if you have past due invoices, they're automatically going to receive a email reminder about their past due invoice. So I like to say, if you're a new account, let's go ahead and turn this on right now. If you have an account that maybe you haven't been keeping your past due invoices up to date, maybe you haven't been recording payments if you receive checks or cash, you want to go ahead and clean those up. Because if you don't, and there's an outstanding balance with the due date and it's past the due date, they will receive a reminder tomorrow. So if you have a dirty account because you haven't cleaned up stuff, make sure you go and do that. So once you're ready to turn it on, you're going to slide all the way down to invoice reminders, and you will notice you have a reminder for upcoming invoices. So that means that if you have a payment coming up, or an invoice coming up, and the invoice it's due in a day, you can say, don't forget your invoice is due tomorrow. Okay, so those are really handy as well. People like that one. You can do set reminder for upcoming automatic payments. So in 17 Hats, you can allow clients to save their card information and have their payment plans or payments of their payment plans automatically paid. So this one is a reminder that you can say, hey, just a reminder, we're going to charge your card per your payment schedule in a day or 2 days, right? So it is just a reminder that you're sending out to your clients that their card is automatically going to be charged if that is an option you provide to your clients. The next one is going to be set reminder past due. So this is going to be for invoices that are past due. Then they will receive an email that says, hey, your invoice is past due. And then the last reminder is upcoming and past due. So sometimes we have those clients that are on a payment schedule or have a reoccurring invoice. They haven't paid the last payment and they have one coming up due. So they have two payments that they owe you. So there's lots of flexibility here in which ones you choose to turn on, depending on what you do with your clients. But the one that I want to focus on today is the past due, because I think it is the most important to make sure you have turned on in your 17 Hats account. So as you scroll down, you're just going to look at the set reminder past due. You're going to come over to the right-hand side and you are going to toggle just by clicking that on. So now that your past due reminders are toggled on, you can go ahead and click the edit button. When you edit your invoice reminder template, you will notice at the very top when send reminders 1 day after due date. So basically, if your invoice is due today and they did not pay it today, we are going to send this reminder tomorrow. So if you want it to be sent 2 days after the due date or 3 days, that's up to you. I like to send it the next day so that we can stay very much so on top of our invoices. From there, you can choose how many times you want this to repeat. So we're going to send one reminder 1 day after, and then I actually want to remind them every week after that. So every week for 12 occurrences, 30 occurrences, 52 occurrences, whatever it is that you want to remind them of. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and type 52 in here because if they owe me money, they owe me money, right? So it is how often do you want them to be reminded? Some people want to be reminded every month. Some people want to be reminded every day. This really depends on your business and your billing cycles. So for me, we're going to go weekly. We're going to say 52 occurrences here. Next is going to be your subject line. So your invoice is now past the due date. What I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of edit this out and say, I'm going to say your invoice, and I'm going to use account token name. There we go, company name, your invoice with, and then this is a token that is going to populate my business name is now past due. Some people like to put like action required behind it to give it a little bit more oomph to that. If you want to go ahead and add a little emoji face in here, that is something you can definitely do as well. Let's just do a little boom signal in there. So you can definitely do that to give it a little bit of pop. Below, we have our message, and this is the message for the email. So we say, hello, contact first name. So this is already pre-populated inside of 17 Hats, and you can adjust it however you wish. So this says, hi, contact first name. So this little green area that you see right here is called a token. That token, contact first name, will automatically be replaced with the contact's name, which will be found in your project. This is just a friendly reminder that the invoice from, this will be your company name, is now past the due date. Please take a moment to review and pay. Thank you. And if you have a signature, you can add a signature. So at the bottom, you can add a signature if you have signatures in your account. I don't have a signature in this account, so I'm going to add a token, and I'm just going to add my company name to the bottom. So it's just going to populate my company name. Now, there's different things that you can add to this email template if you would like. If you click on tokens and you scroll down, you see that you have invoice number, invoice total amount, invoice outstanding balance, invoice due date, invoice link, invoice next closest due date, invoice about due to the next closest due date. So if you want to jazz this up a little bit with the invoice number, with the total amount, the outstanding balance, you definitely can do that. That is something, as you become more and more familiar with 17 Hats, you can go in and customize it. But I think for right now, especially if you're just getting started with 17 Hats, this is all you need. It is just that, hey, friendly reminder, you owe me money, please do it. And so note, you don't actually need to put the link to the invoice in here because a button will automatically populate at the bottom of this email in which they will be able to click and pay. So you can actually add those instructions if you would like. So I am going to remove this. Please take a moment and pay your invoice via the button found at the bottom of this email. I appreciate your quick response. So again, I am directing them where they need to go, where they need to look, and where they can find the place in which they pay this invoice. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to go ahead and press save. You'll notice that my set reminder past due is turned on due to the green little toggle on the right-hand side. And you can see the rules are also underneath it. 1 day after due date, repeat weekly, and after 52 occurrences. So when a client pays the invoice and it is no longer past due, they will no longer receive this email. So it is just one way 70 Hats helps you automate your business, keeps you out of your inbox, and keeps you focused on the things you need to be focusing on. Because let's face it, you don't need to be wasting your time tracking down money. So this is just a quick 2-minute little thing that you can do inside of your account to save you time.